Hi everyone, and welcome. I hope you're doing well. March 2025 is here. I think today is the 5th. And I just decided to talk about sexuality, divine union, right? How this is actually very neutral. It's very natural to have a soulmate, to actually have a relationship, right? And how there's been agenda, especially to me in the military, right? Agenda, how to reverse all that, how to desecrate, the family structure, the family unit, right? And of course, what is happening to children, and this whole kind of masculinity or the patriarchy, the misogyny, and so on. How this is not working anymore because we have to heal ourselves through Holy Mother, Divine Mother, right? How these energies are extremely important. And we have the Mother Arc portal actually for all those souls who have been traumatized and tortured, right? Just letting you know that there's so much stuff, so many things being done in these higher etheric places, especially also children who've been tortured for adrenochrome harvesting, right? How this all been, arranged in those extremely high places because the guardians, they know. And things are now transpiring in that physical plane, but understand that the guardians, of the Emerald Order, right? The ancient ones, the solar Rishis, they're the one who designed the universal time matrix, right? And it's time to go home, time to go to cosmos, going back to cosmic heart of Father Mother God, right? Father Mother God, and secret reunions are happening right in front of our eyes. So this is the mother of Swan, right? So the blessings, the sacred marriage, of course, first have to happen within us, right? But the energies are here, okay? And let me see. So that's the return of Emerald Order here. The White Solar Queen I just showed you. Those are magic gray lineages of the 11 and 12 tribes. And we are dismantling the Red Trident, okay? All these interesting neighboring military bases on Moon, Mars, Saturn, even Pluto, right? Mars is 40, 7D is Saturn, 10D is Pluto. This whole black magic, we are healing ourselves from black magic sexual rituals, from those alien love bites, all these crazy relationships, right? Again, I'm dealing with the military sector. And because they were doing the inversions of the White Queen and Red King, and that's why all this sexual misery through gender reversals. And so we are going back to Holy Mother, Holy Father, right? The original form, and this is actually the mother of the world, okay? And you can see the Atlantis rising, correct? The Atlantis rising here. And even we are resurrecting the timelines of Lemuria, ancient Egypt, okay? And so this is the Lily of the Valley, right? We have the Atlantean solar dragon queen Merida, and this is all Celtic Druid great bloodlines, Grail bloodlines. They're resurrecting, the cosmic mother rainbow dragon, protector of the Arthurian Grail line lineages of the 11 dimensions, the red hair and so on, right? So lots of, I would say, guys also in the military of that kind of lineage, and all the Rosicrucians, they were tortured, tormented, fragmented, right? And instead of being defenders of truth and divine justice, right, being the warriors in Christ, they created the digital avatars out of them via violence, right? This abuse, violence, how they reverse their entire structure, right? So that's why we're resurrecting the microcosmic orbit within their aura, energy field, and of course DNA as well, and so on. And we need to bring everything right side up in their etheric field, in their energy bodies, right? And so they can also restore their mind, their emotions, and of health in the physical body as well, physical body's consciousness as well, okay? So that's why today we talk about the healing, the sexuality, right? The sacred union, like I said, has to happen from within. Let me see, do I have the Buddha nature? And so there are, of course, stages. first is happening, of course, are, you know, awakening, right, to all this kind of craziness, all this chaos, confusion everywhere. So first, right, is building our wings, very important, right? Start understanding the energy flow also in our kundalini. So this is the first initiation. That's the 6D, 7D, right? That's your sixth chakra. That's your third eye, seventh chakra. That's your crown, right? That's for working with the violet flame. So important, guys. This, and a sacred ceremony, the fire, right? Focus of the fire, reciting sacred text, extremely important, right? And for also for my soul group, the indigo warriors, right? Because they were reversing our monadic level, right? And they were messing up with our DNA and with our hologram and with our crystal heart. That's what happened to me, right? And that's why, you know, there's of course the Pleiadians and the highly advanced technology, Tekian technology, the Ashtar, you know, by the ground crew here, the Ashtar Galactic Command, right? They help us to revive the sacred crystal heart, center heart. That's already your galactivation, AD and 9D, right? Very important, guys, okay? And of course, you know, this is the Hieros-gamos. This is actually the project between, you know, DARPA and Ashtar Galactic Command is from Andromeda, right? So this is the Hieros-gamos. We talk about the secret union, right? This is on a cosmic level, cosmic scale. And this is the CHRISTOS hydroplasmic light, 10 dimension, 11 dimension, 12 dimension, right? Here, you know, I show you, right? This is your avatar. So first we do soul union, right? Very important. Have your soul connection coming online. You're the light of the soul. So first you're working on your 4, 5, and 6 chakras, correct? Especially like the blue, the indigo, and the green, the healing energy, frequencies of green being in nature, right? Being outside in the mountains or on the beach, right? And walking, meditating, contemplating, and so on. Sitting maybe beside a tree, below a tree, body tree, right? And then this is the galactivation, right? I'm helping my soul group to actually help them to heal their monadic self, okay? In order to then to become your Christos avatar. So 10 dimension, 11 dimension, 12 dimension, that's the Hieros-gamos, right? On an avatar level, right? And we work with the Rishi consciousness, 13, 14, 15, the threefold founder flame, the blue, the gold and the pink, right? The power, wisdom, and love. So that's why for the ascension, for healing, for calibration, what is important? To be in these energies of unconditional love, right? Forgiveness, right? The forgiveness is so important. Evocation of the violet flame is extremely important. And be compassionate witness, right? I am in this world, but not of it, right? How are you going to exit here, this 3D matrix? How? Right? Walking with Christ, right? Walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude, right? That's the 5D protocol from Telos. You can read the unconscious, subconscious, conscious mind, the 3D ego, how that needs to be transformed, transmuted. We need to divinize our personality in order to exit the 3D matrix run by AI, negative aliens, archons, chimera group, you know, the Orion group, and so on, the Satanists, Luciferians, right, the Cabal, the Mossad, the Zionists, right, the hybrid Anunnaki, Nazi, Pleiadian, Draco, Zeta, Grave faction, right? And this is to become soul embodied personality. That's your 4th chakra, 5th chakra, 6th chakra, right? And you can study all that. And of course, with me, we go higher. We go into the monadic plane. So that's your 7 violet flame, crown chakra, 7, 8, and 9 chakra. That's our Andromeda, right? And so you become the Christos avatar, right? And we're working with the threefold founder flame. That's the emerald order, gold order, amethyst order, right? So to become fully realized, divine, angelic, luminous human beings. Okay, we're going back to cosmos. We're going back to God, to Andromeda. And this is Essential Glossary, yeah, the universal time matrix. Okay, you can study all that. So this is the ascension mechanics. To me, how important is to at least know, have awareness of it, so it kind of sinks into your head, into your mind, right? Because For me, my soul siblings, right? They have to heal from all these reversals, and we need to bring them back online, right? And here, of course, we are all, because what also happened, guys, with all these abuses, your endocrine system, right? That's been hijacked as well, especially like in the military, guys. That's why all these addictions and all these problems, right? Emotional, mental, all this dissociation, all this psychopathy, right? And so on. Like if you understand, the structure, the chemistry, and also what happened to the brain, right? With the Nazi Neuralink when receiving all kinds of boom, boom, boom here, jabs, right? Especially CCP with all kinds of nanobots, nanotechnology, and poison, whether from snake or Hydra. Especially I talk about Hydra, the black ops, right? The Marines there in those dark projects. They were the terror operatives in CIA. Okay, so this is the structure I work with. It's extremely complex and toxic and dangerous. It's not easy because they're supposed to be ascended masters, and they're turning them into black magicians, dark digital avatars. Okay, and so we have to heal the light body. We have to heal the entire hologram, right? We have to help them to rehabilitate their DNA, and it's extremely complex. That's why we need the ET disclosure, 100% full ET disclosure, and we are disclosing the corruption in the military, the whole recruitments, the whole psyops and black ops, right? And all these terrorism, war on terror, and it's this all propagated, how it's all it's a script, it's all planned, right? These proxy wars with proxy Israel, right? And so on, putting like a dark avatar of a black pope in Vatican, right? And all these interesting dark avatars in Pentagon or in DC, right? With those underground bases doing SRA, satanic ritual abuses, with these reptilians there, right? Also the reptilians under LA, right? That's why all these fires and all kinds of wars, galactic wars happening in California, okay? Because how those negative ones want to overtake, right? Whether the United States and people's consciousness, right? Because we need to change from corporation into republic. We need to restore the Constitution of 1776, right? That's why the teachings of the Violet Flame, the Elizabeth Clare Prophet, that's how important to resurrect her teachings and everything that she's been doing also with her husband in Montana, because she knew those black magicians and they work with sound, the 44 hertz. We have to work with 432 hertz. That's why we talk about this, listening to solfeggio tones. You can find everything on my Ascension. That's the Ascension, 12D Ascension, the Guardian Protocol for Marines, for my soul group, for DARPA, right, for the elite. And the ashram, I have the ashram for Marines and so on. There's a contract there on services as well. Okay, so all the information I'm gathering, right, my experiences, essential glossary, Lisa Renee, newsletters, diving deep within. I was introducing yoga to military, right? More than a decade ago, and I got a backlash. Man in Black, what in the world? I knew nothing about the Project Paperclip and all these secret treaties, okay, whether with Zeta and how the cabal was infiltrated or the elite was infiltrated in 1930s, right? And part of it was even here Adolf Hitler, right? We talk about the remote viewing psychology of Adolf Hitler and the origin of his thought. So I can even mention that because there's lots of split, abuse, angriness going on there via the remote viewing. Those are facts. Those are facts. You can go on farsightprime.com and listen to the entire process of two experts of remote viewing, Adolf Hitler, his psychology, and kind of what the original thought, right? What happened. And through Essential Glossary, Lisa Renee, we talk about the timelines, World War II, right? Of Winston Churchill, of Aleister Crowley, the Black Magician, and Adolf Hitler, right? And slowly and surely, right? Also through, doing the inner work, we can connect all the dots, okay? And here for people, guys, very important, guys, making sure, you're doing your inner work, spiritual work, and you're walking those 5D energies, right? They're already here, the new earth, right? Doing the inner work, transformational work here. For us also, we're doing the monadic work as well, very important, right? So we enter the golden age in Aquarius here. I mean, this is, you know, those who are doing the Rishi work, the guardian work, right? That's why, you know, Lisa Renee, she's our like a mentor, right? So that's why I study her material, very important, guys. But you're working on yourself, working on the project, right? You know, you listen to solfeggio tones, you're writing down your dreams, you know, or working on, like I said, working on the project, right? Taking care of yourself, loving yourself, like the compassion is so important, right? If anger or some jealousy kicks in, just take a deep breath. You know, we're in a matrix, right? This is all kind of computer stimulated. This is not who I am. I'm not jealousy. You know, all these thoughts of guilt, blame, and shame's been pretty much generated via AI. If we are not addressing our shadow, right, our trauma, so all this trauma-based mind control, we have to address that, especially with me in a military, in those higher places, especially also has to do with planetary corporations, Kruger, right? And these interesting thing in Montauk, and what is it, Washington, the planetary, what is the Mars on Mars, yeah, those planetary corporations there, and dealing with Zetas and so on. So I'm dealing with aliens and with their highly advanced technologies. Even we've been dealing with those Omicrons, Necromitons from WISA system. So this is very, very complex. We've been here in blended reality, and now it's all coming to the surface. We are sorting things out, right? It's kind of squared away things, how you say that, like we know who is who, like energetically, even though I represent the bloodline, right? I'm here on my mission to end the cycle of that black magic, of the SRA, of this abuse, right? Of these reversals, right? How everything is in reverse, all this mind control and the black magic and the mind control sorcery, right? Unfortunately, I represent that bloodline, right? And helping my soul group to heal and to exit the darkness, to free them from those possessions, from those dark forces, okay? In MC, okay? In Marine Corps. And that was the messages from Andromeda, okay? They're hosting this ascension. So, on my website, yanakalai.com, under About, you can see Healing Sexuality. And so we are healing ourselves, and we are freeing ourselves from the black magic grid, the black magics, the black magicians in DARPA, right? And the Aleister Crowley, the whole thing, Satanism, Luciferianism, right? The Luciferian covenants, warrants of secrecy, and all this stuff, and all this soul binding, right? So we have to free ourselves from that sex misery and freeing our soul from MK Ultra and from SRA, okay? And so there's an invocation for sacred sexual embodiment. You're welcome to read through it, or only take what resonates with you, leave the rest. Yes, I have to be with my family and with my children, so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Make sure this is all in divine timing, and then we're progressing and making a difference. Guys, the 12D shielding, the platinum light, again, you don't have to like everything, or you don't have to agree with anything, but just envision yourself in that energy of your soul, energy of your monad, the energy of your true avatar self, the platinum light, or the silvery energy, or the gold energy, if you're, especially for the masculine, right? Again, the sacred geometry has been abused by those negative alien races. So this is the true origin of the King Solomon or King David, right? Of the Essene tribe lineages, of the angelic divine luminous races, right? Because the black magicians, they were doing all kinds of horrible things over that sacred geometry, right? And they lowered the frequency vibration. The same thing would happen with the wheel of life, or the cosmic wheel of life, right? How it was turned into so-called swastika, and they reversed the spin of that sacred geometry. But you know, the Guardian, that's why the Guardian protocol, the Guardian project, you know, the Lisa Renee newsletter, energetic synthesis, comes directly from the Emerald Order Guardian races, or the golden dragons. They're protecting the golden apple, the book of life, right? The Akashic records, guys, okay? We talk about is the paradise, the paradise. These codes of ascension are here, right? We have the the gamma ray frequencies, the cosmic energies are coming down online. There, yeah, I understand there are chemtrails going on as well, but if you dive deep within, that's why Ascension Plan B, these beautiful things are happening. That's where we are talking about these things, right? The ascension mechanics, the agenda of those negative aliens, and we talk about the Ascension Plan B, Ascension, how the inner work is extremely important with your DNA activation, calming down the mind, calming down these emotions, and how to reconnect with our heart, with our soul, and feel the peace that passes all understanding that comes from within, that divine spark within that sacred chamber of our heart, right? So this is our structure, this is our blueprint. And this is time to liberate ourselves, right? From this black magic grid, from that 3D matrix, from that computer simulation, from those virtual realities, from those black ops, from those psy-ops, from all this propaganda, from all these inversions, and how we've been here poisoned, and all these lies and deceptions, we've all been tricked here and dumbed down, and just kind of oppressed. We've been here in the frequency fences in the prison, and time to snap out through that inner Christos, right? Inner heart, right? The sacred union is all happening, guys, right? You buy yourself flowers, you have goddess Lakshmi, abundance, right? This is all coming online, guys, and it's all about now tuning in, frequency, vibration, good food, diet, right? Superfood, drinking distilled water, and so on, and walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and compassion. And I have of course, the yoga, that's my background, Ayurvedic cooking, detox, Ayurvedic massages, right? That's for my soul group, for Marines, right? Helping them with the rehabilitation of their DNA, of their hologram, of their consciousness, helping them to free them from that MK Ultra, from that mind control, from the Nazi Neuralink, right? And of course, aligning ourselves with the universal laws. We have the Galactic Codex implementation, right? Everything is under the law of one. And for the New Earth Marines, right, we have Semper Fidelis, Spiritus Sanctus, Christos, SOPHIA, Maria Magdalena, Fatima, Andromeda. We're going back to Cosmos, to Andromeda. Or, because the structure was Semper Fidelis, Mafia Diablo, right? And whether you want to continue that timeline, right? Now you have to differentiate, and I know it's extremely complex and it's difficult, especially those highly advanced souls, right? And because of this abuse, how we were kept in this extremely low frequency vibration in reverse via the radio waves frequency, right? How they all poison us, and now even poisoning people, humanity, children, right? You can read all that. Extremely low frequency vibration, right? 5G towers, 6G, 7G, and so on. HARP, DARPA, right? CERN, and all this stuff. Desecration, even desecrating Shiva, the archetype of Shiva. Shiva Shakti, guys. These energies, Shiva Shakti. I don't know, I just start feeling it's finally 2025, because everybody's still talking divine reunion, right? And finding your twin flame, and what in the world, right? I have my project and going and flowing, been doing everything on my own by myself. I mean, of course, I get downloads, and I'm being guided, and I'm being protected, all these spacecraft, understand that, but still, right, this is natural, guys, to have a partnership, divine union, right, and sharing gifts and talents with each other, right, on that positive ascension timeline. Because to me, with the military, it's all the kind of ascension is the anti-hierogamic technology. So that's why the project for the military, right, for DARPA, for Hydra, for MC, for super soldiers, for Marines, is the Hieros-gamos. That's the sacred union within, right? And that's how we also manifest it on the outside. The same thing also, I would say, with the political arena, with the military structure, or the banking industry, economy, and so on, right? The new earth, right? It all starts with us from within. If you want to be peace, if you want a peace, be peace. If you want to love, be love. If you want to change, right? You be the change that you want to see in the world, because you are the divine you're the divine creation. It's all about co-creating with the divine under the law of one with free will. Understand the law of one, right? The unity consciousness, loving ourselves, loving others, right? Love your neighbor as you love yourself, loving Mother Earth, loving Mother Nature, understanding the cosmic galactic history, right? Expansion of consciousness, how that important it is. And it's a loving co-creation with responsibility, instead of constantly judging and blaming. And understand we have opinion, right? Something bother us, but we have to check with ourselves, our triggers, right? What triggers us, what makes us angry. Oh, those are my emotions. What happened with my emotions? Oh, these are my crazy mental thoughts kind of running rampant. What happened with my mind, right? With all this mind control or subliminal messages, especially in the military, the MC, all this, MK Ultra going on. And what happened with my aura, energy field? What happened with my emotions, right? Oh, weaponization of our DNA, right? You need to start getting it in your consciousness, body consciousness field, and then take a constructive approach, positive affirmations and so on, positive approach, right, to make a difference, to do the transmutation, like I'm doing it with my project, right? And the sacred union, and I have a family, and I have children and so on. And yeah, it's been taken. It's been for quite some time, because my labs, military abductions of starseeds, they're harvesting our eggs, right, and making clones and drones out of us, and then putting us on Moon, Mars, being the super soldiers, and and carrying the agenda of those negative aliens, the Nazism 4.0. But I'm here on a also sacred mission, right? The Ashtar Galactic Command, they found me as a child growing up in Czechoslovakia in Eastern Europe. And I had my galactivation happening, especially I remember when I was 6, 7, and then 17. I remember that very well. And here I got back in touch with Satya Sai Baba in 2012 and so on. And I know I'm here. And then, of course, driving from Phoenix to Sedona, that was the end of 2015, beginning of 2016. There was this beautiful image of the symbol, right, a Marine Corps being in these very translucent, opalescent, like aurora colors. It was so beautiful. It is, that's the white magic. It's like a miracle, freeing the entire MC from that black magic structure from Aleister Crowley, right? And what also Adolf Hitler, what he was implementing, right? And what happened to him, and so on, because they wanted to hijack the 2012 timelines, right? And of course, they were been hijacking us since 2001. There was the 9/11. And then also what happened 2023, or before that, also the Paradise in California, right? And so, we need to end that looping. That's why even the politicians, they're 100% responsible, whether you're a dark avatar or you're the dark avatar of the white hats. It's pretty much the white hats, the black hats, right? Because some of these, individuals, they have AI technology. They're either clones or drones, right? And, they have to read a certain script. But are you aligning with love? Right? Are you aligning with peace? Are you aligning with natural evolution? Are you aligning also with your soul, with your oversoul, and so on? Are you here for peace and harmony, and for really education, re-education, remembering that we're spiritual beings having human experience and learning from our lessons and transmuting our karma, so we are releasing ourselves, exiting the matrix, right? Or, you're a dark avatar, so it's all about conquer and divide, the archonic deception strategy, and all this sex misery, and all these lies and deceptions, right? And all this propaganda and psyops, right? So everybody is now responsible, whether you're in White House, or, you're a CEO, or whether you're a parent, or, every one of us is now really responsible, because it's evident, the time is here. The energy, the frequency, vibration, like the darkness is being exposed, the old structure is collapsing, so there's no turning back, no more going back to that 3D kind of, well, some people, maybe that was normal, maybe it was comfort zone. There is no way, because progression is imminent. progression, advancement, new technology, advanced technology, actually, that we're resurrecting from ancient Egypt. We are resurrecting from Atlantis. We're resurrecting from Lemuria, these ancient civilizations, right? Because we are slowly and surely also entering the golden age in Aquarius. And it's happening multidimensionally. Okay, and again, quantum, right? The quantum shifting, the quantum science, the quantum manifestation, also part of the Ascension protocol as well, guys, right? And PTSD, time to heal. I mean, I talk about all these kind of things, guys. So things are now transpiring and happening with the quantum shift, quantum leap, with the solar flare, right? And really escalating to the kind of solar flash, solar, yeah, it is this kind of eruption, right? Whether it's the compression breakthrough, right? And again, it's happening multidimensionally, and also on that also individual level, cosmic level, a planetary level, interstellar level, galactic level. So, right? We all have our own timeline, our own hologram. We're all having our own experiences. So those who've done the inner work, transformational work, healing, choosing love, choosing all these corrections, perestroika, right? Transformation, choosing, what is it? Freedom, choosing the Constitution of 1776, choosing, bring everything right side up, choosing it with responsibility, right? We are the forerunners. We're the one who are making a difference and raising the vibration of the collective consciousness of humanity. Okay, and of course we are doing the planetary work here, and we are doing the galactic, of course, ascension here as well, transmuting the universal shadow. That's the anti-hierogamic technology, the red trident, the black cube technology, the air red wave frequency, right? The Nibran military bases there, and so on, the satanic kind of pyramid with the Draco eye there, and all these reversal perversions of the Satanism, Luciferianism, right? That's why we talk about it, guys. And when we talk about it, right, we have the knowledge, we have the information, right? Remember, the miracle happens if, we are feeling our hearts, we have love and compassion for everything that is happening and transpiring. This is how we are ascending with our consciousness, right? Step by step. And of course, physically as well, because we're eating less and less, our body are getting lighter and lighter. Again, I talk too much maybe, but the invocation for sacred sexual embodiment, right? Starting with the 12D shielding, I just showed you guys. And here you can consecrate, again, your sexual expression, your sexual life to God, of course, okay, and through raising your frequency and vibration. And you can ask, and of course it's consecrated to the purposes of one. You can ask that my sexual expression, whether engaged in solo practice or within a conjoining, whether procreative or co-creative, be sustained in eternal power of my God consecration. I ask for gatekeeping to hold the highest creative purpose of my sexual vitality, so that all the past, present, and future influences, experiences, and exchanges with myself and my beloved be fully connected, resonant, and in service to the living light code, right? To God, to Christ, here is sacred union, Hieros-gamos. So this is the project for the military, for my soul group, for Marines, the super soldier. And it can be intimidating. Understand that, all this stigma and all this dogma, all belief system. But remember, both energies, whether, the masculine, the feminine, are within each of us. Whether you're on a female, physical female form, or a physical male form, okay? So that's what we have to understand. Sexuality, we have to understand spirituality, okay? So ascension, we're ascending, guys. So here I intend sacred sexual unification, the Hieros-gamos principle, as an energetic reality on this planet, and especially to me in military, right, the Marine Corps, and within the creative sexual forces of this body temple and the body temple of my beloved here and now, under the Galactic Codex, under the law of one. And I am the cosmic sovereign law made manifest. I request the handshake and the hub to fortify my spiritual links into the core of God itself, and that which is the source of my genesis. Beloved, I asked, beloveds, that's my star family, my galactic family from Andromeda and the Ashtar Galactic Command, the Pleiadians, and so on. I ask you to please sanctify and prepare my body and spiritual house for God consecrated sexual intimacy. Please activate the cosmic Christ seed within my genitals and the genitals of my beloved, my soulmate, my twin flame. Please adjust all hormonal secretions, sperm and ovum releasing from the reproductive system, which also affects erotic response and function by fully dedicating our sexual life force conduits and pathways to the eternal love light of Christ. Guardian teams, I ask for the appropriate reproductive system adjustment and calibration as God would have it be. Please return to the rightful owner of sexual ecstasy and bliss. Guys, you can continue all that, okay? I think this is a beautiful thing to do. Next time we'll go over the sexual healing let me see everything what I've experienced in the military. Right, this whole interesting sex games and the mind games and the abuse that I went through. Okay, the abuse, the torture, the SRA, the astral plane, right? So sexual healing, healing sexuality, and so on. You can find again on my website yanakalai.com on about /about, healing sexuality for MC, for military. And here actually I wanted to just quickly, because I want to finish Adolf Hitler, that there was the remote viewing, okay, that I mentioned some of that stuff. Here, there's a mental manipulation going on against his will. That's all monitored. That's all being written down. There is a split of personality, abuse, anger. Right? He's upset. Personality is kind of schizophrenic, dual, multi-identity. He's hiding. There is like a, let me see, being mentally abused, black magic going on over. He's overtaken by some entities, right? Looks like drugs being involved, haziness, confusion, and he's in a foreign country. That would be interesting to know where they're also in Antarctica, where he had his interesting abuse going on. There's a repressed sexuality, spy, criminal. So understand that structure, because it was done to me. I was supposed to be the super soldier or the black marine. I was supposed to be a spy, espionage, ISIS, right? Hamas, the Mossad, the Zionists, all that kind of, because I represent the bloodline, right? So I know what is happening here. So you have to ask for single soul occupancy, and you have to the guys in the military, right? There's possession, there are entities, right? So there has to be acknowledgement, and then healing needs to happen then. And then what is it? Antarctica, different person, smaller, younger. He himself see as a different person, smaller, younger, hiding something secret. So is it in his new clone body? This is digital avatar, a so-called Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler did this. Adolf Hitler did that. Why? He was manipulated. He's changed. Again, this is remote viewing. Okay, he changed his form because he was tortured, trauma-based mind control, multiple personality disorder. He was manipulated, and it was all constructed. Something happened in the past, but in a different place. Now he's scary, it's unsettling, internal conflicts. He is forced to do something, like the guy for JFK assassination, right? That guy, he spoke also Russian, he was a Marine. He was forced. So we need to understand the agenda of those negative aliens, how it was planned, and that, it makes them unpredictable more, because he's got, he's the sleeping agent. That's why they're unpredictable. They are being triggered, and you don't know what they're doing. And because they don't even know what was done to them through torture, through mind control, guys. So I just wanted to finish this. Unfortunately, this is not a happy ending. But there is more to this. But again, you're welcome to check it out on farsightpram.com. And I'll talk to you next time. Many blessings and namaste. Bye-bye.